Hello guys, again you are welcome to my channel Literature Classes. This is Abhilasha Yadav. Guys, in this video lectures I shall discuss about the history of English literature. Guys, I have uploaded 4 videos related to English literature: Old English period, Middle English period, Age of Revival, and a video on Age of Elizabeth. This is the second part of the Elizabethan age. In the last video, I have discussed the historical background of the Elizabethan age, the literary background of the Elizabethan age, and social background of the Elizabethan age, and some important sonnets. So guys, if you want to learn all the things related to Elizabethan age and history of English literature, the whole things, so you should watch all the videos of history of English literature on my channel, that is Literature Classes. So without doing a further delay, let's move right into the topic. So guys, as you know, Elizabethan age is also known as the age of Shakespeare. This age was started in 1558 and lasted in 1625. 1558 to 1603 was the period of Queen Elizabeth, and from 1603 to 1625 was the period of James I. So, but the period of James I was not as much successful as the period of Elizabethan age. So, the whole period is known as Elizabethan age from 1558 to 1625. The very well-known dramatist of this age was William Shakespeare. This age is also known as the age of Shakespeare because William Shakespeare, everyone knows, the outstanding playwright, outstanding dramatist of the era. He wrote so many plays, tragedies, comedies, Roman plays, and also long narrative poems. William Shakespeare wrote Rape of Lucre, 4 great tragedies, Hamlet, Macbeth, King Lear, and Othello. So many well-known comedies like As You Like It. Okay, so all the things, there are so many things that William Shakespeare has done. It is not possible to cover William Shakespeare in this video, so I shall make a separate video related to William Shakespeare. In this video, I shall discuss the other dramatists of the age like George Chapman. George Chapman was born in 1559 and died in 1634. See guys, George Chapman was a dramatist, translator, and a poet. He was a classical scholar. Whose work shows the influence of Stoicism. His work shows the influence of Stoicism. What is this Stoicism? Stoicism is a belief, or you can say a person who is indifferent to pain or pleasure is called a stoic person. I have made a video of Stoicism also. You can watch on my channel this video. What is Stoicism? Next, he is very well known because of the translation. Because of his translation, Homer's Iliad, Odyssey, and Bretter Commedia. This is also known as Battle of Frogs and Mice. So this Battle of Frogs and Mice was a parody of Iliad, and it was the comic epic. Next, he wrote The Shadow of Night. His work, The Shadow of Night, was published in 1594. Guys, this Shadow of Night, this was a long poem and it was divided into 2 parts. The first part is Hymns in Nocturne. Noctem, and next is Hymns in Cynthium. Okay, there are two parts. This hymns dedicated to Night and Cynthia. These hymns are dedicated to Night and Cynthia. Okay, this the Greek goddess of moon. Cynthia was the Greek goddess of moon. His next work was Eastward Ho. Eastward Ho was published in 1605. This Eastward Ho, Chapman wrote with a collaboration with Ben Jonson and also John Marston. Guys, George Chapman was buried at St. Giles in the Fields. St. Giles in the Fields, and a monument was designed by Inigo Jones. His monument was designed by Inigo Jones. Okay. Now the next writer, the next Elizabethan, or you can say Jacobean dramatist, was Thomas Heywood. Thomas Heywood was born in 1570 and died in 1641. He was called as the Prose Shakespeare by Charles Lamb. Okay, so this Thomas Heywood was an English playwright, actor and author. His first play was The Four Prentices of London, which was published in 1592. See guys, this The Four Prentices of London was perhaps this was a tale of four apprentices who became knights and traveled to Jerusalem. Heywood's most significant plays was written between 1600 to 1620. Between 1600 to 1620. He is well known for his play A Woman Killed with Kindness. This A Woman Killed with Kindness was written in 1603 and it was performed in Rose Theatre. It was performed in Rose Theatre, and this is the story. This Woman Killed with Kindness was a story of a happy marriage broken when Anne, the wife, who is seduced by his husband's friend. And the title of this play is taken from a proverb in Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew. Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew. The Shrew. From this work's proverb, the title has been taken. The next work is The English Traveller, which was published in 1627. Guys, Thomas Heywood wrote so many pamphlets also, number of pamphlets and poems, and he devoted himself to writing non-dramatic works. Next very important writer of this age was Ben Jonson. See guys, who is Ben Jonson? He was born in 1512 and died in 1637. He is known as Benjamin Jonson. Benjamin Jonson, who is an English playwright, poet, whose artistry exerted a lasting influence upon English poetry and stage comedy. He is known basically for comedies. A line which was given by Dryden. Dryden praised him the most learned and judicious writer which any theatre ever had. He was praised by John Dryden, and if Shakespeare is Homer, Jonson is Virgil. This is also a praise. He was compared from Jonson. He was compared to Shakespeare. He is compared to Shakespeare. Who? Ben Jonson was compared to Shakespeare. He popularized a term that is comedy of humors. This comedy of humors he used in his work Every Man in His Humour, which is a very important comedy. His very important plays are Every Man in His Humour, was written in 1598. Next, Every Man Out of Humor is written in 1599. Volpone or the Fox. Volpone or the Fox was written in 1606. This was the comedy of Ben Jonson. Next, The Alchemist. These are all his comedies. The Alchemist was written in 1610. Bartholomew Fair 1614. The Case is Altered 1597. The Poetaster 1601. And Epiphany or the Silent Woman 1609. In this work, the Poetaster, he mocked both John Marston and Thomas Dekker's style of writing. He mocked and he displayed him with a character named Crispinus and Dekker with a character Demetrius. These are two characters in the Poetaster, and through these characters he mocked on the two Jacobean writers. On this reply, Thomas Dekker wrote a work that is Satiromastix and called him puny. Okay, so next, a term which was very popular in his age was the War of Theatres. He was involved in the War of Theatres also. Who? Ben Jonson. This War of Theatres was ended with a reconciliation on all sides, and these writers, Ben Jonson, Thomas Dekker and John Marston, these were involved in this War of Theatres. This War of Theatres was popularized in the age of Elizabeth, and in this War of Theatres the writers have misconflict. The writers have conflict, and by this conflict they have started a war that is called as War of Theatres. Guys, this Ben Jonson have an important place in the history of English literature. He wrote so many works, so many plays, so many comedies. The important ones I told you, and you have to read all these comedies because all are the comedies are very important. So if you read Ben Jonson, you should read all the comedies: Every Man in His Humor, Alchemist, Case is Altered, Poetaster, Epiphany or the Silent Woman. These are all important. He was died and he was buried in Westminster Abbey, that is also called as Poets' Corner. And in his epitaph, in his tombstone, a line was carved, that is, "O rare Ben Jonson." This line was carved. The next writer of this age is Thomas Dekker. Jacobean dramatist Thomas Dekker was born in 1572 and died in 1632. Thomas Dekker was an Elizabethan dramatist and also a pamphleteer. His most famous work, The Old Fortunates, was written in 1598, and the very famous for which Thomas Dekker is known, that is The Shoemaker's Holiday, was written in 1598. The next one is The Honest Whore. The Honest Whore was written in 1604. This work is collaborated with Middleton. Okay, and Dekker wrote its sequel himself in the following year. This work is collaborated with Middleton, and its sequel was written by Thomas Dekker alone. He wrote some pamphlets. Like The Wonderful Year 1603, The Seven Deadly Sins of London 1606. The next is The Bellman of London 1608, The Girls Hornburg 1609 and The Roaring Girl 1610. These are some important pamphlets written by him. The next dramatist of Jacobean era was, or you can say Elizabethan era, was John Marston, who was born in 1576 and died in 1634. John Marston was an English poet, playwright and satirist. During the late Elizabethan and early Jacobean period. His work is remembered for its energetic and often obscure style. Okay, to the development of distinctively Jacobean style in poetry. His books of Ovidian eroticism and poetic satire, The Metamorphosis of Pygmalion's Image and The Scourge of Villainy. This is his first known work and his first play. His first play was written, his trio Maastricht. I told you that this work was written after the response of, the next work, Antonio and Mellida. Antonio and Mellida was written in 1599 to 1600. This Antonio and Mellida deals with comic crosses of true love, which was faced by Antonio, the son of good Duke Endrigo, and Mellida, daughter of the wicked Duke Piero. Okay. Next, the Malcontent. The Malcontent was written in 1603 to 4. This was performed in Blackfriars Theatre. The next is the Dutch Courtesan. The Dutch Courtesan was written in 1605 and this was also performed in Blackfriars Theatre. This is a satirical comedy which is centered on a duke who returns to dukedom in disguise. The next, this is the Dutch Courtesan. This was published in 1605. This is the story of two friends, Freville and Puritan Malhurix, and their turbulent relationship with the passionate Dutch courtesan. Okay, so Thomas Dekker 1580 to 1627, he also got success as a writer of tragedy and comedy. Thomas Middleton was a writer of tragedy and comedy and he is equally as Thomas Dekker and Heywood. His best known plays are The Changeling, which was published in 1652, and Women Beware Women in 1657. This tragedy, Women Beware Women, which depicts the degeneration of Bianca, who is the wife of Leoncio. Okay, and after the Duke of Florence, who seduces her in her husband's presence. This is the story of Women Beware Women. His famous comedies are A Trick to Catch Old One in 1605, A Mad World by My Master 1605, and the next one is A Chaste Maid in Cheapside, was written in 1611. A Trick to Catch Old One is very important to read. The next is John Webster. The next writer is John Webster, who belongs to 1580 to 1632. His literary career began with collaborative works with writers like Thomas Dekker, William Raleigh, John Ford, and Thomas Heywood. His first play, The Devil's Law Case. This was the first play and this play was written individually by him. This is a tragicomedy. Next, The White Devil, for which he is well known. The White Devil 1612 and The Duchess of Malfi in 1613 to 14. These are also performed in Blackfriars Theatre. Guys, I want to know one thing from you, that you will tell me the subtitle of The White Devil and The Duchess of Malfi in the comment section. The next is his works. His famous works is Caesar's Fall, Ladies Jane, Westward Ho, and Northward Ho. These are also written by John Webster. The next is Philip Messenger 1583 to 1650. He is known for his play A New Way to Pay Old Debts. This is a very famous play of Philip Messenger, was published in 1625. The next is very important comedy, The City Madam, was written in 1632. The next is The Roman Actor was written in 1629. Philip Messenger started writing independently in 1620, and this A New Way to Pay Old Debts and The City Madam was written individually by him. His collaboration with The Custom of the Country, The False One, The Beggar's Bush, these are his collaborated work. Philip Messenger collaborated with Fletcher in 20 plays. The Spanish Curate was published in 1622. The Old Law was collaborated with Thomas Middleton and William Raleigh. The next is The Fatal Dowry. The Fatal Dowry was collaborated with Nathan Field. The next is Beaumont and Fletcher. These dramatists came together. They collaborated during the reign of James I. These writers always wrote works in collaboration, and they collaborated during the reign of James I in 1603 to 25, and their collaboration is in 1607 and lasted until 1616. Death of Beaumont means until the death of Beaumont they collaborated in the works. It is known that the first Beaumont and Fletcher's folio came in 1647 with 35 plays, and the second is with 53 plays came in 1679. There are some very famous collaborated works like The Woman Hater 1606 and The Cupid's Revenge in 1607 to 12. The next is Philaster or Love Lies a Bleeding 1609. The Maid's Tragedy 1609. A King and No King was written in 1611. The Love's Pilgrimage was written in 1615 to 16. Guys, this The Woman Hater was the comedy, and this Cupid's Revenge was his tragedy, and this Philaster was a tragicomedy. The Maid's Tragedy and A King and No King, this is also a tragicomedy written by Beaumont and Fletcher. The next important writer of this age is Sir Walter Raleigh. Sir Walter Raleigh exists in 1558 to 1618. He was an English landed gentleman, writer, poet, soldier, politician, courtier, and also an explorer. He was knighted in 1585 because of Queen Elizabeth's favor. The work History of the World was written by Sir Walter Raleigh in 1614 while he is in prison. Guys, you know why he was in prison? Why Sir Walter Raleigh was imprisoned? Because he married to Elizabeth Throckmorton, who was the Queen of Ladies in Waiting, one of the Queen of Ladies in Waiting. Without the permission of Queen Elizabeth, when Queen Elizabeth discovered this, the secret of marriage, he imprisoned Walter Raleigh and his wife in the Tower of London. At that time, he wrote this work, History of the World. His most famous poems, he wrote some famous poems like The Advice, Epitaph on Sir Philosophy. Philip Sidney hai ye. This is Philip Sidney. Epitaph on Sir Philip Sidney, Epitaph on Earl of Leicester. Next is The Lie, then False Love, Nymph's Reply to Shafford. These are very important poems of Sir Walter Raleigh. So guys, this was Age of Elizabeth. I have discussed briefly about all the dramatists of the age. There are some things which are left that I shall cover in the next video. So That's it for today. I shall meet you very soon with a new video. Till then, keep studying and have fun with literature. Thank you.